and sisters of my heart. My name is Publio. I'm going to play and sing a couple of songs to help me, to help you, to help us to harmonize ourselves, to prepare for the Spiritism talk tonight. So the first song called Vibration, and goes like this. Loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always. Loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Now, song to Mother Zephyrina. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in her door. The solution lies in her door. Oh, my Mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make your small son a good My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my mother's Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings. Make your small son a good Christian. Make your small son a good Christian.
Wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. You will see that behind every sight there's a flame shining bright, tiny spark created by God. I will follow your path, Father, 'cause nobody's alone in life, and the scars of my destiny will be healed by your love. Disseminate wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. As our Master Jesus taught.
Another day, another flower, another minute past the hour. Someday the sky is blue, and suddenly we can't see through. And every day is a fresh new start, when the sun turns off the moonlight. We get another chance to choose the road we want to cruise, and on the other side of the mountain there's always a whole new road, a new beginning calling after every end. There are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win in the new round. On the other side of the mountain, there's always a whole new road, and a new beginning calling after every end. And there are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round.
When I go in to pray, I look for my good Jesus, and when I close my eyes, I can feel all His light. I open my heart for all He has to say. He shows me the best way I can enjoy my life. Jesus, they never we apart. Please bring all your light to shine inside my heart. Jesus, Jesus, I can be content. I have your endless love and your protecting hand.
Now I'm gonna sing a song, Good Old Man. It's about our protector, our mentor, Dr. Bezerra de Menezes. Blue crystal eyes, color of the sky, brave bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers on earth, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Blue crystal eyes, color of the sky, brave bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers on earth, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Bezerra de Menezes, Apostle of the Good, receive our praise.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first talk, Spirited Talk of 2026. We thank you for joining us tonight. Before we start, we would like to share a couple of announcements as usual. We ask you to turn off your phone notifications and find a quiet place if possible. Our meeting will have a 30 minutes presentation followed by questions and answers. Then, after the presentation, we will have a spiritual treatment with passes and magnetized water. So, we invite you to set aside a container with your water to be magnetized. Our meeting is being retransmitted today by Continental Conference Americas through their Facebook and also every Saturday at 8 p.m. by Kardec Radio through their Facebook and YouTube. For those who want to learn more about Spiritism, Get to Know to Spiritism is a free and online course that happens every Saturday at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. There is a class running since last September, but you still can join us. So everyone is invited to join us. Find the registration link in our chat. We offer virtual live gospel at home. Did you know that? The Gospel at Home is an effective support for you and your family's spiritual harmony. We will motivate and guide you in establishing and maintaining the Gospel at Home study meetings. By posting the chat, you can request it. So please let us know. You are welcome to include your or someone else's names on the list of positive vibration for incarnate or discarnate. The person you indicate will be assisted by good spirits to provide healing energy and strengthen goodwill. Please find the link in our chat. The topic of today's meeting will be Vengeance, items 7 to 10, from the chapter 12, Love Your Enemies, of the Gospel According to Spiritism, and will be facilitated by our brother Rodrigo Villar from Winnipeg. Everyone is welcome to write comments and questions in the chat, and they will be addressed at the end of the talk. Now, we would like to invite our tonight's speaker, who will also do our opening prayer. And I'll see you later. Welcome, Rodrigo.
Evening, everyone. I hope everything is well with all of you. So we're gonna start our talk of tonight with our opening prayer. As mentioned, I invite everyone to close their eyes and elevate our thoughts to our Master Jesus, to the spiritual friends responsible for the delivering of the talk tonight, that inspire and doing us, that we can really send a message about this topic today regarding to vengeance and hatred, that we hope that this reflection can open our minds to these teachings about the love that God, the pure love, the greatest love of all, sent Jesus as a model and example to us, to teach us the way to overcome those inferior feelings that we have, the challenge that you face, and the difficulties. Please help us to conduct the study of tonight, the talk of tonight, with to bring console and peace to the hearts, particularly those in suffering, that we can refrain from vengeance, feelings of vengeance and hatred. We can change those feelings for virtues of love, peace, and kindness. Master Jesus, please be with us today and always. So be it. All right. So let's get started. I just need to share my screen with you, and then we're going to get started. So imagining that you're seeing my screen now. Thank you. So it, every Tuesday at the same time, we have our talk, Spiritist talk about the gospel according to Spiritism. And the topic of tonight is a great reflection because we need to be aware of those two type of feelings that create thoughts and actions, that is vengeance and hatred. And you can find this topic in the chapter 12 entitled Love Your Enemies. And today we're going to talk about items 7 to 10. And Kardec invite us to reflect on those topics regarding the teachings of Jesus. So before we start, just let's define vengeance and hatred to understand what type of feelings and thoughts and actions that can result from those feelings and thoughts. So vengeance is this punishment inflicted in retaliation for an injury or offense, and can be physical, psychological. It's a retribution to something that someone did to you. Hatred is this extremely dislike or disgust. It's a hate. And if I'm not mistaken, so Shiku Xavier used to say that hate is when love is sick. So let's think about those two for a minute. Vengeance and hatred. And when we think about those feelings, what type of emotions come to you? It brings you good memories, it brings you feelings of happiness, satisfaction. So now imagine if we feel hatred or you want to revenge, retribute something that someone did to us. Then we're going to have living in those sentiments every single day, because every single day something's going to happen to us. Someone is going to hurt us somehow. Not nowadays, less physically, but more emotionally. So people going to offend us, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not intentionally, due to their unconscious bias. So it's possible, and then you have to decide. So do you want a revenge? Do you want a vengeance? Do you want to hate that people? So that did that to you. So then, and this came from Moses' time, right? But so what Jesus is teaching. So we always start with the Bible passage, and this is the Matthew 5:38 to 42, and this also described item 7, the Kardec in the book The Gospel According to Spiritism, chapter 12, item 7. If someone strike your right cheek, offer him the other also. So, and this is a saying here that if you have learned that it was said, an eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth, I'm telling you not to resist the evil that others might want to do to you. But if someone strikes your right cheek, offer him the other also. If someone wants to sue you to take your tunic, give him your cloak also. And if someone wants to force you go 2,000 steps with him, go 2,000. Give to him who asks, and do not turn away someone who wants to borrow from you. So this is Jesus' teachings, and remember that every teaching of Jesus has a very important moral concept behind, and also was taught in a historical time that needs to be taken into consideration. So when you talk about eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth, this comes from the Mosaic law, the Judaic law. So in the item 8, so explain here that the word's prejudice is concerned with what has conventionally been called the point of honor. So causes that somber susceptibility that is born from pride, exaltation of the personality, leading people to pay back injury for injury, offense for offense, in what seems like justice to those whose moral sense has not risen above earthly passions. That's why the Mosaic law stated an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, a law that was in harmony with the time which Moses lived. So, of course, we need to bring this concept because we still nowadays people live with the same concepts. So, if someone do something to me, I'm gonna do it. They're gonna pay back. Sometimes I have my 5 years old son saying that to me. Oh, why you did that to me? You're gonna pay back. I know he's joking around, but there is this feeling, right? This sentiment, because it's always related to our ego and our pride. So if you analyze this point of honor in the past, we could kill someone to defend our honor. So we could injure someone because you got injured. You can offend someone if you are offended. And Jesus just came after Moses' time, so after a long time, and felt the society that time, people were more prepared to receive these new teachings. I would say to you for that time, revolutionary teachings to show you that we should not do that. You not should be focused on our point of honor, this excessive ego and pride and exaltation of personality. What really Jesus is bringing to us is repay evil with goodness. That's the meaning of that example. And Jesus used a lot of metaphors to teach because it's much easier to teach through storytelling and metaphors that's related to what they did that time, right? That's why we have to be aware that what the cloak means that time, what the if someone striking on a cheek, even another side. So there is meanings that time, right? It's very offensive if you slap someone in the face. So that's very humiliating in any time. So if we receive a slap on the face, we probably could lose control. So, but the main teaching here that Jesus brought in that Bible passage is always not repay evil. Don't pay back. Don't repay evil with evil. So repay evil with goodness. And started further. Do not resist the evil that others might want to do to you. So if someone strikes your right cheek, offer him the other also. It really means if someone did something bad to you, that offended you, that somehow you feel that you want to pay back, hold on. Don't do it. Because the consequences will come. And there are the Spiritist teachings. So the item 78 was more the Jesus moral teachings regarding to vengeance and hatred. Now we have the Spiritist teachings about vengeance and hatred. So I'm going to start with the vengeance. And this message is from the Spirit Julie Olivier. And the Spirit Julie Olivier provide some information regarding to this feeling of vengeance. And he's saying here that vengeance is one of the lasting remnants arising from barbaric customs that tend to be erased among human beings. We hope to be erased. It's not erased yet. I think that humankind improved a lot. So, for example, today is less common to have a honor, defend your honor, leading to uh, death. So someone get killed. We still have some cases around the globe because as Earth, as a school, you have different spiritual evolution. So you're gonna still see some barbaric customs still present, but it's way less than if you compare to Moses' time or even Jesus' time. We are much intelligent, much more wise than before, but still a long road to go. So vengeance is all the more ruinous when falsehood and weakness are its assiduous companions. So as you see here, it's complicated to have this feeling of revenge, the vengeance, because it's really it brings you feeling and thoughts that it's gonna haunt us if we fit in these feelings. So, in fact, those who indulge in this deadly blind passion almost never seek a revenge openly. And here, the spirits are devising the the way that people that like revenge, they don't do this openly. They really do behind the scenes, and most of the time they are planned. And it's because this obsession, because you want to pay back, because you want to like make justice with our own hands. So then we create a very complicated scenario. So, and why is that? So why we still want vengeance, revenge? And probably it's because our ego, our pride, and our blind passion, then we just react emotionally without thinking about our acts and the consequences of our choices. That's why you have to be very careful because it's not a good companion. So vengeance and revenge should disappear because they are not good companion. They are not good for our self enlightenment. And the spirit Julius Olivier continues saying, when such persons are the stronger, they fall like ferocious beasts upon those whom they call their enemies, once the sight of them has inflamed their passion, anger, and hatred. As you see here, so there are elements that show passion, anger, and hatred. So all feelings that is not good to feed because they grow and we lost control. So we have to be very careful to not enter in that cycle because it's very powerful and the consequences are very negative. However, more often than not, they put on a hypercritical appearance, hidden in the depths of their hearts the evil sentiments that animate them. So we have to be very careful because we think that vengeance and or revenge are very easy to detect, but it's not. So people that want a revenge, they are very manipulative. So they're very hypocrites. So they appear to be in your side. They appear to be a very good person, want to help you. So remember, it's of course I'm not saying that everyone do that want a revenge, but you have to be careful in the actions and feelings and even how the people talk to you, how they behave, because there's some hints here and there that show that people are nurturing this type of sentiments that want a revenge. Jealousy, for example, they prepare hateful traps for them, and when it arises, they pour the poison in the cup. So, as you see here, as more we have those feelings, those thoughts, and we start acting, it's just get worse and worse because we're just making other people suffer on purpose. So people that think about revenge, vengeance, they are looking for trouble. So they are really not understanding the consequences of their action, and there is a price. Remember that every choice has consequences, and we need to be aware of this. And this, the spirits continue saying, when their hatred does not reach such extremes, they attack their enemies' honor and affections. They do not recoil at slander, and their perfidious insinuations is skillfully so on the four winds grow larger along the way. Then you can see here how dangerous those feelings really are. So we need to be very aware to understand the feelings, to not have it, and to protect ourselves if someone want a revenge against us. That's why we have to be very careful what we say, how we treat people, so what type of feelings and sentiments and thoughts and actions I'm doing it, because they're gonna lead to a more peaceful way or a more trouble way. And the spirits here say, all cowards who avenge themselves like this are 100 times guiltier than those who go straight to their enemies and insult them to their face. So, to give an idea, so when you uh, go to revenge and you are this manipulative, go behind people back and do this, all those insinuations, and then attacking people honors, their loved ones, and you kind of poison the environment where they are. So you are much guiltier if someone's really your enemy in your face, because at least they're honest. And to be honest, it's better to have an enemy that's honest with you than have someone on your side that you think is your friend but just want a revenge. And the spirits finish saying that, be gone. So then it basically saying, thus referring to vengeance, should be gone with such primitive customs. So it's time for us to evolve and leave this feeling behind. Be gone with the ways of days gone by. So as humanity progress, as the time goes by, those feelings, it could be less and less, because we start to understand the consequences of those choices. And if you look, everything that's was said until now, you can predict that people living with this type of feelings and thoughts and act, they they gonna suffer. So that will be the end. That's why we should not, even though sometimes we have the feeling that we want it because someone did something to you, we always need to remind of Jesus' teachings that do not pay back, do not do evil with evil. And then the Spirit's teachings regarding to hatred. So this message is from the Spirit Fenelon, is the item 10 in 1861. Love one another and you'll be happy. Above all, assume the duty of loving those who inspire you with indifference, hatred, or scorn. Basically, Fenelon here is give an idea, a recipe or antidote against vengeance and hatred. So Christ, who you should make your model, give you an example of such devotion, a missionary of love. He loved to the point of giving his blood and his life. So remember that Jesus' crucifixion is an example of how we should behave, even though the scenario is quite drastic and dramatic and a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. But at the end, Jesus just asked God to forgive us because we didn't know what we were doing. So this is, of course, is a very high achiever as Jesus is, and we need to use that example to one day have the ability to reach close to that level, that we can love so much that we don't allow feelings of vengeance and hatred come inside us, because we're just responding because we still have those vices inside us. If we do not, we don't respond to that. And if we still have some and we think but we do not act, is already a good step forward. The sacrifice that obligates you to love those who offended and persecute you is painful. And we know that. But it's precisely this type of sacrifice that will raise you above them. So when we pay back evil with evil, we're not as different as who did something to us. So the problem is always this: if you do a revenge, so when is this going to stop? Because then someone did something to you, and then you pay back, and then people feel okay. So then well, you go pay back, and then yeah, you're gonna pay back. So it's not never end. So when you do not repay evil with evil, it stops there. And guess what? You are free. The other person has the consequences of what they did. They have consequences. So they're not going to be live without have to pay what they did to others. So that's why faith and understand of future life and reincarnation that we spiritists believe are so important to strengthen those choices. If you hate them as they hate you, you are worth no more than they are, as I mentioned before. So such sacrifice is the spotless host offered to God on the altar of your hearts, a sweet-smelling host whose fragrance rises up to him. So every time that we forgive, that we continue on, that we don't pay evil with evil, so we are moving up on the spiritual evolution. Even though the law of love wants us to love our brothers and sisters without distinction, it does not shield the heart against harmful conduct. On the contrary, it's the most painful trial. Of course, here we're not talking about that you're gonna let people do whatever they want to you. So, and forgiveness doesn't mean that you're not gonna remember. So that means that you don't want them, you don't want to give back. So you don't want them to suffer back because they make you suffer. So, and sometimes you have to be distant from those that cause you pain and suffer. But you don't wish them harm. And Fenelon finished saying, "My dear children, do not forget that love brings us close to God, whereas hate keeps us from Him." And I would like to finish my talk of tonight remembering our Master with the sentence, "Love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than this." Thank you very much and have a wonderful week. Thanks for watching.
We would like to thank Rodrigo for this beautiful presentation. For some reason, he could not be here after the presentation, but we can make we can do some reflections on the talk that he just brought to us. Like after reflecting on these teachings, on Jesus' teachings, we begin to understand why Spiritism insists so strongly on the rejection of vengeance. In the chapter 12, Kardec shows that vengeance is not justice. It is merely proud, wounded, seeking compensation. It does not repair the harm, nor does it bring peace to the heart that suffers. Instead, it prolongs suffering both for the one who attempts to avenge and for the one who is targeted. So Spiritism teaches that vengeance is a primitive instinct rooted in our past of moral imperfection because we have a previous life, right? So when we seek to retaliate, we trap ourselves in the very cycle of hatred we want to escape. Rather than freeing us, vengeance binds us more deeply to the person or spirits with whom we are in conflict, sometimes across multiple incarnations. So Jesus opens a new path when he invites us to forgive the thing that he just said, like his last phrase. Forgiveness is not passive resignation. It is an act of moral courage. By forgiving, we break the chain that link us to resentment. We refuse to nourish the hatred that strengthens our spiritual adversaries. And above all, we protect our own peace and we love one another, as he just said. Okay, so now we will move, and we thank everyone for joining us in the participation in the chat, and we will now move to the preparation for our tonight's spiritual treatment. PAS is the transfusion of spiritual energy with the goal of assisting with our physical, emotional, and mental balance. PAS helps us to restore a state of harmony and peace by replacing negative energy with healthy, positive energy. In order to receive the best benefits from passes, please follow the audio instructions or remain in prayer. You may close your eyes to help with mentalization. During the pass, the water you set aside will also absorb the spiritual energy that you and your family can benefit from. We will now make a prayer in preparation for the pass, which will be our closing prayer as well. I invite everyone to close your eyes if you wish and feel comfortable. Let's elevate our thoughts. Let's remain in this good vibration. Let's thank God for the opportunity to be here in this first talk of 2026. Thank for the day. Thank God for our health, for being here, for being alive, for the opportunity to be in this life, trying to learn Jesus' teachings and become a better person. Thank you for everything you have done to us, for our family, friends, our jobs, even the things that we don't understand. We thank you, God, because we know that everything happens for a reason, and you know the reason, and your reason it's better than ours. We ask you to protect us, our family, friends, and everyone in this world. May you can help all the names in the vibration list for incarnate and discarnate. May they can receive all the benefits from this treatment, this spiritual care. And you can help us during this week, our struggles, everything we have to do. May we can be aligned to Jesus' teachings. Once again, we thank you, Jesus, and we ask you, we beg you to help us not feed the vengeance in our lives. Instead, we feed the love for everyone. And we ask you to be with us today and always. So be it.
Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage. A clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capernaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from his love come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, his warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. Trust him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. Absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We will be back next Tuesday here on Spiritism Canada and Continental Conquerors Americas at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and next Saturday on Kardec Radio at 8 p.m. And don't forget to follow Spiritism Canada on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and the Spirit Group Path of the Light on YouTube, Facebook as well. Have a good night and see you next week. Bye.
Someone told me long ago that life is just a long road. Sorry, mate, but life to me is way much more. No matter what it seems to be, it's always time to make a change. Sometimes all we need is only one more chance. So try. Build that bridge over troubled waters, fly. If that's all that you have left to do, I want more. I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face. Love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more, no more sorrows, no more bad days. No more cries, no more dark hope. No more fear, no more fight. Someone told me long ago that life is just a long road. Sorry, babe, but life to me is way much more. No matter what it seems to be, it's always time to make a change. Sometimes all we need is only one more chance. So try, build a bridge over troubled water, fly. If that's all that you have left to do, I want more. I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face. Love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more, no more sorrow, no more bad days. No more cries, no more dark cold place. No more fear, no more fight. I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face. Love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more sorrow, no more bad days. No more cries, no more dark cold place. No more fear, no more fight. Let the sun walk on the way, shine, shine. Let the sun walk down